Hello everyone, it's Red with RedDragonLeo.com. It is Sunday night, and this post is about Lindsey Williams. We've got a new update from him. He has been gone out of the country for about a month or so, hanging out with his rich, elite friends, I guess. I don't guess you call them friends of his. I don't know what you call them, acquaintances. I don't know how he feels about it. I guess that'd be up to him to answer that question. But he did have some new things to say that we are now, we have successfully delayed them. The plans that they have to basically raise the price of oil up to $200 a barrel has been delayed. It's still going to happen according to them by the year 2012, by the end of the year. But as far as between now and the end of summer, prices should not go above $5 a gallon, which is probably out in California, because here in Florida where I'm at, it's around 350 area or something like that, 360, 370, anywhere in that range where it's been here. So it's pretty cheap for us, but in any case, they are not going to raise it until later in August and early September. At that point, you're going to see the wars or rioting, the revolutions break out in all the Middle Eastern countries. That it's going to eventually work its way to Saudi Arabia, and the gold and silver is going to go up 25 to 30% range between that time period. This is all planned, so you're going to see a big move up in that, according to Lindsey, in this new update that he's got here. And also, of course, gasoline prices will rise as well. This is also the same time period, I believe, that we're going to start our first major wave one down in the stock market, and I think it's going to start in August and go through possibly early September. Then I think we're going to see a little bounce into the October 23rd week of October 23rd for the Legatus pilgrimage, which I have showed that to you guys many times, and that is when it ends. So that is basically the time period when I think we're going to have major wave 3 inside of major wave, or a primary wave 3, which in Elliott wave terms is one monster of a wave. Basically, this whole move up here from here to here, if it completed here, then great, but I'm still leaning toward just going up to that fake print at 138.86 on the SPY, which is about 1388 approximately on the SPX, which should just be a little bit higher than this. You can see the weekly chart here is trying to move back up. Again, I am not expecting it to have a bunch of bars above positive here. I think it's going to get a few bars and then turn back down, more similar to what we're going to have over here. As you can see, it went down, come back up, put one bar above, trade sideways a little bit, and then collapsed. And I think that this is the time period that we're in. This area right here is what I think is where we're at right now. And you look back at this, and you look in this time period right here, and you can see after the sell-off, they did come back up and put in a slightly higher high than that move there, which I think it's still possible that we could. But now next week, I am expecting it to go down next week. So I'm expecting over here for us to have a negative week. Maybe we go down here to 1300 or so. Basically, what I'm looking for here is that you can either call this a wave 4 down and a wave 5 back up if you count this move right here as wave 1, 2, a big 3, then a 4 down to to somewhere in this area as low as 1300, where this top area is here. Could go as low as there. I don't know if it's going to or not. It might just go down here and tag these moving averages right here and stop there. That's also, if you draw a trend line right here across down through there, it's going to intersect with this right here. So it should give good support right there in that 1315 to 1320 area is a good range for it to hit. If it hits that area and then turns and goes back up and puts in a final top on the daily, then at that point I think it's done. We have a full moon here on the 15th, so that is also something to be aware of. I think that there's a possibility we're going to go down into that date, and that is this Friday, and then after that rally back up into July 30th and for the new moon, and then put in the final top for the end of the month. And then August, I think we're going to start a big down move. So that's the way it's looking. The way the charts read to me is, obviously you don't expect a big move like this to just turn right back down and roll down and just collapse. You would expect it to have some type of negative divergence set up, which would mean you would dip down here a little bit for a few days, 3 to 5 days, then curl back up and then work your way back down, and over the course of the rest of the month, all the way up to August is what I would suspect. And down here maybe dip down to, I don't suspect it to go lower than 50 here, and curl back up. And that's just speculation, of course, but it's just what I see in the charts. We really haven't had any pullback since this big huge wave up like this. You just cannot predict what these gangsters are going to do. This is not something you would have ever seen in the past, I don't believe. I don't think there was ever a time in history when you could go back and look and see these straight up vertical moves like this when you're already at a major high. Sure, if you're down here at a bottom, certainly, but I mean when you're at a major turning point, some people are calling this a oval shaped round egg, where you just roll it over slowly, this whole move like this. You're at the peak. You're at the peak of it, and to see a move like this, it's 100% manipulation in the market. That's all it is. Computers trading against you and just wiping out the the bears. So, you just gotta live with it, expect it. So expect the unexpected with these gangsters. So what we're gonna do tomorrow, obviously this looks like it's wanting to go up, even though the futures are down right now overnight over 6 points. They were down as much as 850, but either way, I'm expecting to come back down here. Here's that trend line I was talking about, and hit that trend line. And it's around that 1350 area, 1315. I'm sorry, but again, it could go as low as this area right here, this 1300 level. It could very easily go as low as that. So the question is, Monday, what is it going to do? Is it going to run up here and then roll back over, or is it going to continue down? I'm leaning towards it continuing down, simply by this. This is still pointing down. There's no signs of the MACD curling back up. You can sure the MACD histogram bars are looking like they want to move positively. You do understand that they can go and put in several higher lows and create that positive divergence like this right here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them before it finally made it back up, all while the market was going down. That's your positive divergence. So this thing could very well continue down. There's no signs of it turning up just yet. Sure, down here on the full stochastics, it is hooking back up, which could lead to a little bit of up moving on Monday. Possibly Monday, maybe Monday does go up a little bit here and puts in something similar to this, maybe, but I really don't feel that that's going to happen. I really suspect that it's going to look more like this right here as it works its way up, and so it sails off. I would suspect that it would sell off all the way in towards Friday, and then maybe have a rally on Friday for them to pin it somewhere. If there were more put buyers out there than call buyers, they're going to pin it somewhere. But so that's possible, because that's the 15th. So, but I think the 15th is going to be a turn date. I think we're going to go down into the 15th and OPEX and bottom there, and then run back up, I think, for that final move up. So then you can call this a 1, 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5, just like it's labeled here, and that's what I'm expecting to happen. Same here on the 30-minute chart. You can see it is hooking back up, but again, it was awful deep there. When you have it really, really deep like that, you don't expect it usually to go back up and to put a big move on the upside. You expect it to be small, similar to these little ones like this, like here. You went so deep, you barely put one up, and then you went right back down. So obviously, it would be, as you can see, it went back down. But at this point, you were at a bottoming area. Well, here you're at a topping area, so you kind of expect it to go down a little further. So that's why I think that this will curl back up, or maybe just turn right down on Monday morning right off the bat and go lower. I think you could easily go down here to -5 as the market goes lower. So I'm not sure exactly how they're going to open this on Monday. With the futures down already, they could easily run this thing right back up in the morning and continue up. And maybe they go up and then start to roll over into the close. And maybe it ends up being a pause day and then a big down day on Tuesday. But either way, I'm looking for some selling to happen and take us down to approximately the 1315 area, possibly down to 1300 for this move down. And then after that, we'll have to see. But everything still tells me that we will reverse and go back up higher and put in that slightly higher high and hit 1388, higher than this peak right here. I do think that that's going to happen. This is a very, very strong move, even though it's manipulated. I don't think that it's going to just die and roll over into our wave 3 down right off the bat. This is the bulls and bears fighting it out, and this could last all the way through the end of the month. And so you can go down, back up, and into August, and then at that point I think it's going to start with the real trend down, and that would allow this to have 1-2 weeks and maybe even get positive. I don't know if it's going to get positive or not, but it could at least get up there to the zero line. If it did that, this could get up to maybe 66 area or something. With this one moving up behind it, it may even move up to, if you drew a line right here, that's going to be some resistance. This black line might move up and hit that, while the red one only just gets to 50 or 66 or something. That's a possibility as well on these full stochastics. And all the while, this would go down for 1 week, then go back up for another couple of weeks. But struggling, folks. Again, struggling. I'm not expecting nothing big, powerful like this. And then putting in that slightly higher high, and then finally rolling over into August. And so if that's the case and we look like this, then we could see the month of August go down like this. Then you see the month of September maybe up a little, and October could be like this. But being as I think that this is going to be a major wave 3 in a primary wave 3, assuming that this ends here at 1388 for primary wave 2. I think we could shift this forward a little bit. I think this is the kind of move we're going to get for a wave 3 of a wave 3, and I think that's going to happen in October, the week of October 23rd. That's when I think that's when it's going to really, really roll over. So, on the other news here, I have been working on another site. I was telling you, so that's why I haven't been really doing too many updates here. Plus, it's summertime and things are a little slow. So, even though the market's certainly in. But as far as commenters go and people on the blogosphere, that seems to be slow. But so anyway, I'll let you go, and I'll let you know here in the future here as soon as I get these sites finished. I think you're going to be excited with them. It's going to be some pretty cool stuff that I've been working on. A lot of bugs to work out though before you launch a new website. So, and no, this site isn't going away any. This is just a different site. But I think I'll leave it at that. I'll just leave it at that. Make you guys wonder about it. So anyway, be sure and watch Lindsey Williams's latest update. And I guess I'll see you guys on the blog. And that is it. Good luck, everyone.